Joining us now, President Trump's attorney, former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani. Mr. Mayor, before you took on this position, you had on this program identified crimes. I think it is extraordinarily relevant how the upper echelon of the FBI treated Hillary Clinton so she could survive without being indicted as a candidate, and how they have treated Donald Trump. And I do believe this impacts whether or not the Mueller investigation at its foundation, considering it's the same people involved, now should all go away as a result.
Sean, you're absolutely right. I was on your show about a year and a half before the election. We identified, I think it was 18 violations of the law by Hillary Clinton, none of which Comey and his fix were able to prove, and it's disgraceful. But we're way beyond Hillary Clinton. We now have an investigation that, in the words of President Donald Trump, from the very beginning, has been a fix, a frame-up, and a witch hunt. It was led by Peter Strzok, who it is disgraceful, and even for the present director of the FBI to have him there tomorrow, it would be disgraceful. Every FBI agent should demand that that man be fired, and tomorrow Mueller should suspend his investigation, and he should go see Rod Rosenstein, who created him, and the Deputy Attorney General and Attorney General Sessions, who should now step up big time to save his department, should suspend that investigation, throw out all the people that have been involved in the phony Trump investigation, and bring in honest FBI agents from the New York office who I can trust implicitly, and they should turn their attention to Comey, Strzok, Page, all those FBI agents who took gifts, Sean? That's called bribery, where I come from. They took tickets to games. They put Governor McDonald in jail. The angry Democrats who were working for Mueller, they put Governor McDonald in jail for taking a couple of little trinkets. Compare FBI agents selling out and leaking like sieves, and then the statement of Strzok, we're going to stop Donald Trump, and he's put in charge of the Russia investigation, and the guy that should be the head of this RICO case is Jim Comey, because he's the one who created this atmosphere in the Justice Department. He's the reason that Strzok was able to operate, Page was able to operate, those guys that are taking tickets. FBI agents should be infuriated by that. I'm infuriated by it because I love the FBI.
I don't want people,
These people don't love the FBI. I do.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, I want to make sure the American people understand this is not the rank and file. This was literally ripped out of the hands of rank and file, brought into the 7th floor, the upper echelon of the FBI. I guess the most important thing here is, especially from your perspective and the president's perspective, if you treat one candidate one way and you literally have crimes and the evidence is incontrovertible, I mean, I never saw a better case for obstruction than what Hillary did to subpoenaed emails, deleting, acid washing, and breaking up devices. If you're going to treat her that way, and you look at the bully tactics that have been put together by Weissman in the beginning, Strzok, and the team Mueller put together, how can any American at this point not see that that is a dual system of justice and that is a risk to our entire constitutional republic?
Well, I think, Sean, I feel that this whole thing has made fools of all of us. I mean, they think we're idiots. We supplied 1.4 million documents. We supplied 32 witnesses, no privilege arguments. And who are we supplying them to? People who have already concluded to frame Donald Trump. Agents who started a phony Russia investigation. That's the whole core of this. That's why the investigation should be suspended. And I'm talking for myself now, not the president. But I believe he would agree with this. A very serious investigation has to be done of the FBI agents at the very top, by FBI agents who are honest, in order to prosecute them. Look at the hatred
they had for the American people. The hatred they had for Trump and the love they had of Hillary. It's all there in black and white. That's political. Why did Horowitz say there's no evidence of political bias when it's all over his document?
I don't know. I don't know what Horowitz concluded. I don't know what the FBI director concluded. I'm beyond that. I think all the attention now should be focused on let's get a fair investigation of the people who corrupted that investigation, have been engaged in a corrupt investigation from the beginning. President Trump has said over and over again to me, I did nothing wrong. How could this be? Well, now we know how it is because these people fixed it. That's how it is. Please, American people, read this. Read this. If you're not disgusted and you don't demand that the Justice Department begin this investigation and suspend the one of the president and all the people that have been tortured by it, then I don't think we have justice anymore in this country.
Last point. Rod Rosenstein, we now know in meetings, has threatened to subpoena, emails, intimidate, harassing congressmen and their staffs who have been tasked constitutionally with the duty of oversight. You know about these threats. And he's the guy that signed the last FISA warrant, knowing that the bulk of information was the phony Clinton paid-for dossier. And he's the guy that recommended firing Comey, so he's conflicted. But intimidating and threatening to use the power of the Justice Department against congressmen and their staffs, what do you call that? To me, it sounds like obstruction.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot more, it's a lot clearer obstruction than firing Comey on his recommendation, which is not obstruction. It's within the president's Article 2 powers. So I believe that Rod Rosenstein and Jeff Sessions have a chance to redeem themselves. And that chance comes about tomorrow. It doesn't go beyond tomorrow. Tomorrow, Mueller should be suspended, and honest people should be brought in, impartial people to investigate these people like Strzok. Strzok should be in jail by the end of next week.
All right, Mr. Mayor, thank you. We'll follow this story. Obviously,
and let's see if he cooperates on.
Let's
see if he cooperates on Comey.
Good point.